Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a flip through of my finished August 2024 Creative Daily Journal that I made using a cover from a journal I had bought, and I just only wanted the cover. I didn't want the journal pages. And then book rings. So let's get started. Okay. So this day, what did I do? Oh, I cleaned out my kid's closet. It was so packed with shit. He could not close it. And then the cat would get in and the cat would just jump around in the closet and knock stuff over all day long. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to clean out his closet. And then when he gets home, he's like, oh, I would have done it. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. This is also the day that my dad got dizzy in the kitchen. And instead of sitting down at the kitchen table, he tripped his way into the living room. And he said to me he couldn't pull out the chair because he's getting old. So a whole thing happened this month. You'll find out. You'll find out as you go along. And if you've already seen my videos, you know what happened. But that's what happened on this day. Okay, went to the store with my dad. He wanted to go to Boscov's for something. I don't remember what he wanted to go for. Oh, he wanted to go for shirts. And we needed a new pasta pot and a new 2-cup measuring cup. I prefer the OXO slanted measuring cup, and my 2-cup broke. And then my regular 2-cup also broke. So I needed a new measuring cup. I said, why is walking in a store so different than walking at home? I hurt from walking today, but if I would have walked the same amount of steps at home, I'd be fine. And this is when I talked to my dad about getting a new table and chair in the kitchen because we needed to save room so I could bring a chair upstairs. And I did. I ended up bringing a rocking chair up the steps. All right, what is this? Spending the day taking care of me today. I'm tired and just want to relax. I'm over the pain, headaches, and being tired. And I said, I have to remember that it's not just always being kind to other people. It's also always being kind to yourself. And this is when we decided that my boyfriend was going to make a table. We kept 2 of the chairs from the table, and then he made a table. I worked out first thing in the morning, and I'm pretty sure that this is the last day I worked out for the month. Yep. And I did nothing but work on my knit blanket and watch One Tree Hill, and I was still using my broken knitting needles at this point. I forgot about that. My knitting needles were broken. This here is private journaling. So that's why that's in that bag. I had my yearly checkup on this day. Oh, and my doctor, she told me she's retiring. I'm so upset about it. I said all my doctors are leaving. And then my doctor wanted to test my thyroid because of my sweating, which I don't understand. I don't know why she thinks it's my thyroid. I know it's hyperhidrosis. We both know it's hyperhidrosis, but she wanted to make sure. Guess what? My thyroid was fine. I made chocolate chip cookie dough focaccia today because I don't know. Have you ever seen this woman? Are you on TikTok? And have you seen the woman who makes everything into focaccia? She always looks so good. The chocolate chip cookie dough focaccia was actually really good. However, you have to eat it day one or it goes bad. Oh, this was my last day of PT. That's right. And I got my new knitting needles this day. I got Clover ones. They're not the ones I wanted, but the ones that I wanted, they don't sell single anymore on Amazon, which sucks. Oh, this was the day that I thought, oh, this was so bad, everybody. Like, so the boyfriend wanted to go get dressed for work, and the only sneakers he had were his ripped ones, and I thought I threw those away. So I spent hours looking to see if what sneakers he bought, because he wouldn't tell me so I could buy him replacement sneakers, because I thought I threw his brand new, like he had them out 2 weeks. He'd been wearing them 2 weeks and I thought I threw them away. I did not. I found out at midnight then when he finally got home from work that no, they were at home, that somehow he messed up and put the wrong ones on. Oh, this was also the day that I preheated the oven and forgot the pizza box was in there. Oops. Okay, here the Sammy had a vet appointment at the dachshund because, he has that collapsed trachea. He got put on new medicine. It's expensive, but guess what? He does not cough. Very rarely does he cough now. It's maybe once a day, if that. And then I had a headache and was watching One Tree Hill. I said, I'm so sick of my head hurting. Honestly, over 2 years of a headache and I don't know what to do. It never goes away and I'm over it. And I am. I'm really over it. I said, some days I feel like I maybe do too much. I brought the rocking chair. I moved the table from where it was sitting and up against the wall, which it fit, but it was really big. And then I brought up this rocking chair. This was my grandparents' rocking chair. I think they had two in their house and I have one. I don't know what happened to the other. I made roast beef for dinner and mashed potatoes, and it was delicious, and zucchini. I think this is the day that my dad was also like, you make too much food. And I said, maybe if you wouldn't grow so much, I wouldn't have to make so much food. But it was either I make the food or it rots. There you go. That's what it is. This is the day that and this is the day that I said my boyfriend's spoiled. Look at his plate of food for work. He had a piece of zucchini bread, and then he had this huge plate. I cut up his meat for him. He's so spoiled. The cold water thing broke for our washer. It still isn't fixed. I don't care. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a crap. This is the day the kid left. Oh, I worked out on this day. Okay. The kid left bright and early for the beach with his friends and then came home and was burnt. And I said, did you use sunscreen? He's like, yep. I put it on twice. I was like, man, kid. Then I woke him up at midnight because he had passed out after that to give him lotion because they had no aloe at Target. And he whined he didn't want to go to work. And I told him to shut the fuck up. I did. I was like, shut the fuck up. You're sunburned. I don't freaking want to hear it. So I set my alarm on this day for 7 a.m. to make sure he got up for work. I opened his door and I said, oh, you're up. And he said, of course I am. And I'm like, did you just forget you whined to me at midnight about how you weren't going to go to work because you have sunburn? I think he did. I went shopping with my mom. We went to Kohl's and Boscov's, and then we went to Wegmans. Oh, and I said the boyfriend never gave Sammy breakfast or his pills, and I swear nothing gets done without me. At this time, he needed one pill twice a day. So now he's on half a pill every day, which is really good. Yep. I went for a blood test first thing this morning, and this is the day that I was so confused about my blood work. It was bizarre. My A1C, after being sugar-free and low carb and exercising and losing all that weight, was 5.3. My A1C, after eating whatever the hell I wanted and not moving because I had surgery, was 5.1. I don't get it. I don't get it. Still don't get it. Matthew went to Lowe's. The boyfriend went to Lowe's to get all of the wood to make a new kitchen table, and it was $53 for all of the wood. So that's not bad. Let's see. Oh, I said depression is a funny thing. It always takes me a bit to figure out that's what's going on because I can still function. I still do the things I need to do or promise to do, but it's the extras that I can't seem to do. Reading is a no-go. I struggle crafting. I have no interest. I force myself so I have content and all I do is veg out in front of the TV. Work out, nope. Shower, I forget, and it doesn't matter to me. I'm angry, lazy to a point, and it's hard. Then I have to remind myself that depression looks different for everyone, and eventually I'll snap out of it. Yep. But see, what sucks is, for me, I did all this stuff. All this stuff I did this day, but because I had to. That's what sucks. It's been an extremely long day. It's 8 p.m. and I think I had enough of this day. This is the day that my son took his driving test and he failed. And it was just such a hard day. Still feeling off, but I got up to get dinner in the crock pot, did my dad's laundry, read a book, made chicken and waffles for lunch. These were delicious waffles. Read God of the Woods, such a good book, 5-star book. Oh, and this is when my kid left with the big hole in his pants. He's such an idiot. And then comes home and he's like, no, these jeans are fine. There's just the the hole's not a big deal. And then he takes them off and is like, Mom, look at the big hole in here. I just said it wasn't a big deal. And now look at the big hole. I'm like, dude, you left with that hole. Oh, this is, I said, no one listens to me. Proof. Listen, I'm not quiet about my headache. You guys hear about it. I've had this headache every day, every single day for over 2 years. I have had a headache. I'm not quiet about it. I talk about it. And then my dad's like, wait, you have a headache every day? Oh my God. I'm like, really? Depression isn't always dark rooms and crying endlessly. Sometimes it's getting up, going to work and smiling and laughing all day and then coming home to sit quietly, doing little to nothing until it's time to go to bed. Truth. My son made me fries. He's obsessed with making like Texas cheese fries. And that is our purple. It comes out really pink on camera, but it is very purple, that rose. And I read The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, which was also a very good book. All right, this is the day the boyfriend went to the Mets game. So he drove up to New York for the Mets game and ordered a new fountain for the cat, a fountain that actually, electric fountain that moves the water because he doesn't drink it fast enough and his water dish gets gross. And then here's pictures from the Mets game, the boyfriend sandwich. He got a pastrami sandwich. He was so happy with it. And I made meatballs and mashed potatoes. It's one of my son's favorite dishes. I woke up in a mood, also known as a bitch. I was in a bad mood. Let's see. Oh, that's personal journaling. I read A Short Walk Through a Wide World. That's the boyfriend sitting there ignoring me because I was being a bitch. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, this is the boyfriend got up first thing in the morning, stained the table, and decided to leave the top naked. And let me tell you, it looks so good. And my leg was really weak on this day. I don't know. It was weird. Oh, this is the day that my dad was going to go pick up my kid from work. He's like, okay, I'm leaving, going to pick him up. And I was like, okay, great, but it's Wednesday. My kid never works on a Wednesday. And so he's like, oh. So then I rang the doorbell and I told my son, I'm like, hey, you want to go to work? Your grandfather's going to go pick you up. You want to run over there quick? He didn't find it funny. I found it funny. I said, I got up first thing to put ribs in the crock pot for lunch. Do you think I got a thank you? Nope. Went to Boss Cobb's with my dad for new sneakers. Got Tristan new jeans. Said, didn't need jeans. I said, you ripped yours or did you forget? And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, this is the day that I was having a conversation with my dad about how I'm going to end up taking care of everybody. And it's true. I've been taking care of somebody since I got married. My husband, my ex-husband, and then my son, and then moving in here and my dad. And when something happens, God forbid, to my mom, I'll be taking care of my mom. And then I'll be taking care of my boyfriend's mom. And I take care of my boyfriend. I still take care of my son. Like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life taking care of people. And I said that to him and he goes, you're not taking care of me. Oh, I was so mad. I was like, dude, you can't do your laundry because you can't walk up and down the steps. You can't make your bed. It's too much for you. You can't change your sheets. You can't turn your mattress. You don't cook. So I make all the food. If I didn't cook, you would not eat. So how I clean, I do all the cleaning. He can't even vacuum. He can't handle a regular size vacuum cleaner now. What do you mean I don't take care of you? Oh, I was furious. I think my mom told me to tell him to shut the fuck up. I was like, I'm like, whatever. It's fine. Oh, this day killed me. I spent 2 hours in one spot chopping, blanching, and milling tomatoes to make spaghetti sauce, then dishes and even more dishes. And I made hamburgers for lunch to make sure that the boyfriend had plenty of food and that Bob had dinner. I said, I'm tired physically and mentally. I was. And this is when I started reading that book series. That's right. The DNF book series. Oh, this is when we found vegetables missing from the garden. one of our neighbors is coming into the vegetable garden and stealing vegetables, which is really fucked up because if you asked, my dad would give them to you. We have more than we could ever use. We would give them to you. It's not that big of a deal, but all the green peppers were missing off of the pepper plants. And he also found somebody else's trowel in our flower garden. So somebody came in and was digging flowers out of our flower garden. Ain't that messed up? We went to Boscov's for sneakers for Matthew on this day, and to Weiss for an ice cream cake, and to Giant for soda. And I made chili for dinner. That was it. I said, I don't want anyone to say they don't love my boyfriend. I got up and made him homemade marshmallows. Homemade marshmallows. And meringue cookies because he loves meringue cookies. I said he's spoiled. He is. He's so spoiled. And I made ribs for dinner because now my dad's obsessed with ribs. Like he's never had ribs before. And this was Matthew's birthday. We didn't do much. He didn't want to really do anything. The only thing he wanted was ice cream cake and to watch stuff and not really do anything. And that's what we did. That's all we did. Oh, I got really sick at night though. My sinuses were draining and I was dizzy and nauseous. And you just see me laying in bed like a junkie sniffing peppermint essential oils to help with my nausea. It's so bad. This is the day I started to polyurethane the kitchen table. I spent all day polying and then lightly sanding, poly, and then wiping it down and then repeating 5 times. I did that. Oh, and then I fought with Matthew about something he promised me he would do on this day. And then he tried to backtrack. And I was like, no, you made a promise. Do not break your promise to me. And then he didn't, but still. Oh, I never did anything here on this one. And it was very hot. It was 90 plus with a real feel of 100. And it got to be 83 in the house. At midnight, it was still 81. Ugh. We're going to get the fan. We're going to get the attic fan fixed come spring. I'll have to set a reminder, yep, because I won't remember. And we really needed rain. Really needed rain. And the kitchen table was done, and I did a quick coat on the bottom just so the bottom was done. So this day, wait, what the hell happened? So I skipped a day with the table. I must have. Yep, because this is the day I sealed the bottom of the tabletop. I raked out the new spot for the garbage cans. I told my dad we're going to put them on the side of the house because it's just too much for him to drag them through the yard, especially come winter. And he wants to do the garbage. Fine, you want to do the garbage? Fine, but then we need to move the stuff. Oh, I was not feeling good this day. That's why I didn't do the kitchen tabletop. Okay. Moved the kitchen table off of the rug this morning and all the other furniture. Spent a lot of time shampooing the rug. There's this rug underneath the kitchen table. I spent like 45 minutes shampooing that small rug. And then the boyfriend put the tabletop. So here's the table. Here's the table from the side. And then this is all the room there is. He wants to build a bench right here because my dad leaves his shoes right there, right by the door, which, by the way, before they were under the table, you couldn't see them. So my boyfriend wants to build a bench there for him to sit down so he doesn't fall over putting his shoes on because heaven forbid he walk over to this chair and do it. I'm just going to say it. And then this was Saturday. I went grocery shopping with my mom. We went to Costco and Weiss, which was good because my kid was out of bacon. He loves Costco bacon. He prefers it, and they're bacon bits. And for some reason, I kept thinking there were only 30 days in August, which is why there's no paper here. I didn't bother putting another one in because I didn't really do anything. So that was it. That was my month. Wasn't it fun? Not really. I'm happy to note that I think my funk has passed. So at least we're good there. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like to get a glimpse of what my finished journal looks like, and you get a reminder of how I use the page kits and all of that. And I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you who like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.